men at this point. And look at the crime statistics. Look at any of these statistics of anything negative going on in society, and they are. They're done by men who are not strong. They may be physically strong, but they're not mentally strong. They've never been raised to be men to hold back. You know, a lot of one of the most important attributes of being strong, I think, is the capacity to hold back. And that's an important characteristic that
you heard Tate say that. I mean, strong men don't go rob things. They hold back from any urge. Even if they're down in the gutter, they're broke as hell, they're homeless, a strong man will go get a job. And if a strong man has a job that's paying the bills, we'll go get a second or third job. I've done it my entire life. This job's the first time I've had a second job in 48 years. I always have 2 jobs to pay the damn bills. And so weak men will rob people. Weak men, because they weren't taught by a strong man, you don't raise your hand to women, but a weak man will. Again, stuff Tate said. For me, on how I was raised in the 70s and 80s, that's the principles tough men used to be taught in this nation. And then all of a sudden, we got to this PC woke BS in the 2000s. In the last 20 years, it's been doing nothing but going downhill.
Well, you know, we have, everybody's saying, we have a society of weak men, and when men become weak, they start to be guided by emotion. And women are built to be guided by emotion. They're built to be softer. They're built to be more understanding. You know,
which we need in society too.
They have that hardwired within them. And men don't. Men need to be more rational. They need to have the capacity to hold back because they do brandish physical strength, because they are dangerous. When women are subjected to emotion, it's a good thing. When men are overly subjected, because it's not about not having emotion, but when you're overly controlled by your emotions as a man, you do become a dangerous man because you are capable of hurting people. You are capable of doing that.
Yeah, they spoke about that. That those people that can't control them, men that are too emotional, are the most dangerous. Although I believe he said something about, but the ones that can truly maintain it and control it, like you and I do, are even more dangerous to the establishment, not society. And that's why they want us gone. Because again, how do you control the masses? Look at China. Sorry, but they got a bunch of weak sheep running around, 1 billion of them. That's what they want here. That's why they're trying to root out strong conservative voices in our military. That's why they want to tell you that a woman needs to become a man. And that's why they're telling men, we got to act more like women. It's all a ploy to get rid of strong men, because strong patriotic men will always speak truth to power and fight tyranny, and weak soy boys will go along with the game plan like a good damn little sheep. Ian, how's things going for you? You got that book, Find Your Hill? We've had Ian on, folks, if you don't know, for ages when he fought back against the COVID regulations and shutdown. I know that you've been fighting this ever since, and then you had your run for office locally there. And everybody's been just tearing you down on the left for years now, and you just keep fighting, brother.
You know, one thing I learned along this journey is to only value the opinions and the criticisms of the people that you love and the people that you love. And you know, I know where I'm loved, and I know who loves me. So you know, it's humorous more than anything. Yes, I wrote a book, and the book is really just a short synopsis of my life. I talk about what happened during COVID, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't just talk about the heroism of what we did at the gym, because you know, it's very easy to tell the story of when you do something right. It's not hard to tell a story of when you're a hero. So I started the story with my greatest mistakes. You know, when I was in my 20s, I spent 5 years in prison as a result of some really bad things that I did. And I talk about how that shaped me as a man and how that really made me appreciate freedom. And my journey from coming out of prison to eventually becoming a gym owner. And then when I was faced with that really hard decision, you know, that decision that we made to open the gym, that was probably the first time in my life as an adult male that I made the hard choice, that I chose to be strong instead of just going with the flow.
Yep.
And I talk about the story and what happened afterwards and the lessons that I've learned, and I try to leave people with the idea that, you know, we're all capable of this. You know, if you would have asked me,
if you're a strong man, you're capable of it. And all men are, unless they've sold out and sold their soul to the liberal soy boy ideology, which you and I will never do. Ian Smith, thank you so much. The book, Find Your Hill. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. So, folks, what in the world is happening in Chicago and bigger picture of the state of Illinois? This is several radical left agenda policies are now being put into law. When we come back, the head of the GOP in Chicago, Steve Bolton, joins us to weigh in on these unconstitutional moves by Democrats in the land of Lincoln.
The value that I